Somebody's very excited. Guess what's happening today? Come on, Mum, let's get this show on the road, Eve is saying. Right, okay, so let's get down to the beach and give everybody a clue as to what we're doing today. There's a beach, there's a hairdryer, there's Eve. Now, this is our local beach where we swim together 2 or 3 times a week. And it's our inspiration for today's very special collaboration with Kim from Kim's Art Alchemy. It's a Dutch pour, and here's a sneak peek. You got it. So just before we introduce the video, I just want to take you on this little ride down the beach and show you how we got colours inspired for today's pour, and our favourite place together, Eve and I. And I know that Kim loves a swim with Acorn as well. That's a nod to those two. Right, so there's enough clues there. I just want to say congratulations to Kim from Kim's Art Alchemy. Congratulations, my wonderful friend. You did it! 1,000 subscribers. So well done. Here's to many more. It's so well deserved. And thank you so much to the Travelling Tramps. Wonderfully supportive members. And thank you so much to my lovely subscribers. I appreciate you all. So Eve is my special assistant today as we do a seascape Dutch pour. Eve is all up for it, so she thought, let's have a quick drink, let's get really excited, and let's choose these colours. So we've got some beachy colours today. We've got some lovely gold and portrait pink, and that gorgeous metallic brown by De La Rowney, which looks like a copper. Gorgeous metallic green, and my gorgeous blue-green. Both iridescent colours, those. In fact, those 3 are iridescent, the gold, blue and the green, or the blue-green and the green-blue. And this is the Pebeo Halo Turquoise. Some really lovely beachy colours. So let's go and see what we did with these colours. They're really nice fluid consistency for a Dutch pour, really nice and fluid. Here's my pouring medium, and I'll put all the details in the description below today, because I wanted a bit of foam in the waves. So I used the Shelly Art Cell Activator, which is the Australian Floetrol, and Amsterdam Titanium White. All the Amsterdam paints, or most of them, are natural cell activators. When you put the two together, they are amazing. They really make your foam buzz. So I've shaken up my Australian Floetrol. Needs a good shake. And I'm pouring in 50% Floetrol and 50% Amsterdam Titanium White. Look at that lovely consistency. The cell activator is very slightly thinner than the rest of the paints, so we shall see how that turns out. Now, I normally have the cell activator slightly thinner or the same consistency of the paints when I do a Dutch pour or something like this, because I just want it to go across the paint, not sink. So I've got a new canvas. I'm backing it how I'd normally back it for a commission. I don't always do it because some people really like a bit of mess on the back, because it is fluid art and it's the nature of fluid art to be messy, which I love. Okay, so I've got my metallic brown and that portrait pink. It was just such a crazy idea to get our pups involved, and you should see what happened behind the scenes. And I wonder what's going to be happening today. That come together. So lush. I tried this about 2 years ago for the first time, and I've just brought those colours back time after time. There's the iridescent gold going down, and I'm just playing with these colours for a minute because I was thinking about that seaweed, which was that lovely, really sort of vibrant light brown, if you can call light brown and vibrant in the same sentence. Oh, and there's our little friend down the beach, a beautiful kestrel. First time I've seen a kestrel at the beach. We normally see sparrowhawks when we're lucky, so there must be lots of voles down there. So there is the seaweed again, and you can see what a beautiful colour it is. So I'm using the hairdryer and I'm going down and across with each blowout. It just feels so lovely gliding across the canvas. Really beautiful. I'm going to revisit that in a minute. I've just got the base coat down there, and I'm going to add something on top, and that's a little secret for now. So straight away I've got my iridescent blue-green, and on top of that my metallic green. It's really interesting how these two play together. Do you ever like going to the beach? how often do you get there, and are you a sea swimmer? Do you like swimming away through the year? I must admit I do, and I love it. I absolutely love it. Started 4 years ago and I have not looked back. I've had days when I thought, oh, not today, especially when it's raining. It's not so bad in the summer, but in the winter it can be really grueling, especially when you've got ice on the windscreen and you're getting it off with your scraper. But the whole point is get in, even in the winter, do 5 to 10 minutes and you just feel amazing the rest of the day. And then you put lots of layers on and it's just a lovely community thing. You chat with your friends, have a nice warm flask or something, and then you get on with your day. So we've got Palo turquoise blue on top of this now, and this is going to give it a nice contrast, a nice highlighting when I bring my cell activator in. So this is a cell activator and I'm using it all the way through on the edge of the sea where the sea meets the beach. And first of all, I'm blowing it out. Can you see those cells appearing? Those beautiful big cells popping up straight away, and they're slightly peacocky. They're really beautiful. So I really do recommend using this cell activator with a Dutch paw for foam. It just has an amazing effect. So I'm now going to use some of it in the sea because I want more movement in the sea. If you've seen some of my previous seascapes, I've gone in a different direction. I found that this direction makes it look more lifelike. I'd love to know what you think. Do you think that's the case? So I'm using a spatula going all the way along the beach, and I can see some foam coming up. And there was a bit of that being lost if you see where I blew out the white. So I'm going to go over that a little bit in different ways. And there's enough paint on here and it's fluid enough to see that it will dry beautifully, but I can also add a really light layer. So now I'm skimming the surface of the sea really lightly, and it's light enough to stay on the surface but heavy enough that you can get some of the underneath colour coming through, so it's not sinking. It's quite a beautiful mix. Can you see the foam coming up? So I'm going to go along now and just carry on creating more foam and just really enjoying the process with my faithful Eve by my side. I don't know if you know much about Labradors. Eve is my soul dog. She's been with me for 13 years and her back legs are so much stronger now. We've been sea swimming together over the last few years, and even though she can hardly make it up the steps some days, she can, and we just slow down. It takes longer, but it's so worth it to see her happy and act like a puppy when she comes out of the sea. So introducing her today and just giving a few facts about Labradors, I thought would be a nice little thing as we watch the blowout now. So I'm not sure if you know, but Labradors are a British breed of retriever gun dog, and the breed was developed in the UK from St John's water dogs, and they were imported from Newfoundland. And it's now called a province of Canada, and it was named after the Labrador region in that colony, or of that colony. It's among the most commonly kept dog in several countries, especially Europe. Labrador natures are just friendly, energetic and playful, and they were bred as sporting and hunting dogs, but now they're real companion dogs, and I have never met a dog like Eve. I do love Labradors, but I've never met one like her. She is just strong-willed, stubborn, beautiful, wise, always one step ahead of me, and my mirror, whether I want to see it or not. Bless her heart. When I used to work with her as a therapy dog, she used to be the naughty one, the one that would love kids and be a complete fool, and then with adults she'd be very, very sensible and very, very sweet, and she'd rest her head on your hand. I took her into a old people's home before she retired a few years ago, and she was so popular. She loved it. If you have a dog that's got a wonderful nature, it might well be worth looking into making them a pat dog. I'll put a link in the description below so you could look into it if you like. In the 1830s, the 10th Earl of Home and his nephews, the 5th Duke of Buccleuch and Lord John Scott, imported the breed from Newfoundland to Europe to use as gun dogs. And then the second Earl bred them for their expertise in waterfowling. They've got such soft mouths. They are just the most amazing dogs. And they're just so amazing with children. They're just... Even our 2-year-old grandson is the most amazing thing to watch together. So the breed was also used in water rescue and life-saving, and often when I'm swimming in the sea, because my natural stroke is side stroke and she is always next to me, literally within a foot, I need to put my arm out, one of my arms out, so she doesn't scratch me. And we've got this really natural flow together, so I swim on my right hand side holding her with my left and then we do a little U-turn together, and then I swim on my left hand side and I hold her with my right hand. So I'd love to hear about your doggies. Who's the special dog in your life, and what do they mean to you? What's their name? How did you decide their name? Eve just came to me as she just felt like a real Mother Nature character when I met her. I had 2 other dogs at the time and I wasn't supposed to have her, but a friend said come and have a look at a litter of puppies. I should have realised, but I thought there's no way I could have another dog. And she came straight up to me, sat there wagging her tail and just looked me right in the eye, and that was it. And the rest of the puppies were lovely, but that was just such a strong connection, and it's always been the same. So getting back to the painting today, have you enjoyed watching as this painting unfolds? Are you proud of Eve for her first Dutch paw? You saw her hold the hairdryer. This was so much fun. There's no hair in there today from her, which is unusual. I've just so enjoyed this really fun collab with my lovely friend Kim today. Please check out her channel and give her some love and support, and go and see her video too. I can't wait to see what she's created when she too has had her bundle of love and cheekiness introducing her video. So today we say we've had a lovely time. Thank you for joining us. We're going to go back down to the sea for a nice swim and a shake off. And this is where we find our peace. This is where we find our inspiration and our clarity. It's a wonderful place. And the bond between a dog and their human, there's nothing that can compare. So we said we need to put a paw print in. So Eve was very excited about that. So we got her paw, we dabbed it in some paint, and we signed the painting. So whoever wants this painting, it's for sale, and just send me a message if you'd like to buy it. So we've just taken off the back of it, and very, very happy that we have completed this little painting together. And here she is. So after a long day of painting and going to the beach, we cleaned off her paws, and Eve was just about to have a little doze. And I said, "Are you sleeping?" And then she could smell her treat, and that made her day complete. So I hope you've enjoyed being here today. I'd love to see what you're creating. And don't forget, your art is a piece of you, so it's very special. And if you haven't already subscribed, please do so. It's free and it really does help support me. And I just appreciate you. Thank you so much for being here. Have a great day. See you soon. Bye.